we're reviewing a steam locomotive, but it's not just any steam locomotive. It's a classic excursion train from the 90s. This is the Broadway Limited USRA Light Mikado. It's a 282 steam locomotive. MSRP is $349.99. Broadway Limited always with the good prices on the steam locomotives. Very budget-friendly prices. When a lot of other folks are in the $500–600 range, Broadway Limited's keeping it low, which is awesome. This is Southern number 4501, which ran in Tennessee in the late 90s, or in the 90s actually. This is the green version. Currently 4501 has been brought back in a black scheme. So we'll take a look at this steam locomotive. And for you modern excursion folks, this really strikes a tone. There's also lots of other availability of the Light Mikado 282 steam locomotive in different schemes. So with that said, let's take a look at this scheme and see what Broadway Limited offers us in this Light Mikado 282. Let's get started. Here's the Paragon 2 box we'll be opening up. Got a $5,000 Broadway Limited giveaway if you sign up to be a fan on Facebook. You have the operator's manual. Broadway Limited's had this layout for a while. It has CVs, functions 1 through 28. It's one thing I really like about Broadway Limited. They use all 28 functions in their steam locomotives. You got a lot of possibilities with those functions. You got an exploded parts diagram of the Light Mikado, both the tender and the engine. You got a 2-year warranty if you sign up online, or a limited 1-year warranty, but you double it if you register at Broadway Limited's website right there. And then the most important part is the actual locomotive itself, which is this Southern 4501 excursion scheme. Like I said, that was green in the 90s, and they've most recently painted it black. Those folks that are really into Southern and the Norfolk Southern Steam program will love this locomotive. In terms of prototypical accuracy, I haven't had time to compare, but I will provide some up close nice views for you to compare to the 90s version. So let's take an up close view of this Broadway Limited locomotive, the Southern 4501. You see that's got a nice metallic bell up front. You've got classification lights, headlight, which is LED, 4501 number board on the side of the headlight and right below the headlight there. You have crew access ladder to access the running boards. You've got a coupler cut lever up here in the front, along with a plastic coupler installed. You've got the cow catcher. You've got those nice white wall tires and wheels. As I go around here to the side here, you've got the actual lead trucks, white walled, and then all the main drivers are white walled, along with a lot of nice detail packed into the side. On the main drivers, you can see all the side rods, everything, all the mechanisms that allow this locomotive to run. You've got the handrails up top, you've got piping, both molded in and it looks like separately applied. You got the sand dome, you've got the whistle here, which has a nice metallic gold finish to it. Got the dynamo towards the back. You have cab roof vents that's actually slide open, as you can see there, and slide closed. You've got the actual cab, which has a cab figure installed on each side, along with boiler backhead detail that you may get a nice glimpse of with just the right angle. You can see the firebox, you can see the deck plate here, which is adjustable. You can see the handrails where people can get into the cab using the ladder and the handrails. You get the Southern logo here on this side. You see a lot of nice rivet detail down on this portion of the locomotive, more piping detail running along the side of the locomotive, along with the trailing trucks and all the nice truck detail with the trailing trucks. This will bring you to the side of the locomotive. You can see 4501 is emblazed on the side here. It's nice clear print, what you expect these days out of locomotives, and again the builder's plate on that side. Before you get back to the smoke box and the smoke box door and all the rivet detail and latch detail around the front. So overall, that's a 360-degree view of the locomotive. We'll quickly cover the tender and then we'll move on to some operational features. You've got a real coal load, looks nice, realistic. You've got your harness here, which is your connection to your main locomotive. You've got the drawbar with two different settings, a closer setting and a more spaced out setting for if you have tighter curves. You have the trucks and the nice rivet detail along the side with Southern emblazoned on the side. Beautiful crescent green with the top here, the hatches available there. Going to the back, you have a ladder, crew access ladder. You have another coupler cut lever and coupler on the back. I may have made a mistake with saying they're plastic couplers. They may actually be metal couplers on second look. Again, another view of the side with the tender specification of 18 tons written on the side. It is legible. And then the front of the tender, which has access to the coal and things like that. So overall, nice detail on both the locomotive and tender. So one thing I want to mention as we start looking at this locomotive in terms of operation is that due to an insufficient boiler diameter, Broadway Limited was not able to install the synchronized puffing smoke in this unit, as you see with most of their steam locomotives. So there is no smoke unit installed in this locomotive, so you won't see any smoke unless there's some sort of miracle that occurs during the filming of this video. Now, to get the locomotive's sound started, you just simply move the locomotive. We've already got track power applied. That didn't initiate any sounds, but moving the locomotive will. Kind of hear a brake release. You'll hear the dynamo as you turn on the headlight. Then I started moving at 1 speed step. Two. A more labored chuff at 3. Let's go backwards and check that out. Let's go ahead and listen to some sounds real quick, starting off with the bell. The whistle. Well, the whistle is somewhat quillable if you hold it for a while. So the sounds are very loud. You can adjust those with CVs to kind of turn it down if you wish. This is the air pump, is F4. Now F3 is coupler slack, so you don't hear it until you move, but you'll be able to hear it here in a second when I actually start moving after you've hit F3. So that's just the slack getting let out of the couplers as it starts pulling its consist. There's a coal shovel on F10, or the auger. F11's the water injectors. F13 does an automatic grade crossing for you. F14 passenger announcements.
All aboard, all aboard.
F15 freight.
Yes, sir. Dispatch over. Yes, sir. Ready to take a lead? Come on, East down the lead. Take a lead. Have a safe trip. Thank you.
So, and then you can actually record sequences, which is through function 27, and playing those sequences in function 28. So what you have is the ability to record the feature. So if you want a grade crossing to go, whistle and bell to go on in a certain sequence, you can record that with F27, and you can play that recording at F26. So as you can see, there's the code 17 or rule 17 lighting, where the headlight will brighten as we start moving the locomotive. That's the LED headlight. It's not blue, it's a nice golden white color. Pretty nicely done. Check out the nice detail as this runs by. Up to 12 speed steps there. No rear light on this, tender light on this locomotive, so I misspoke earlier, but you got to see the headlight and how it works. Now we'll do a weight and a pull test, and we'll wrap the review up. Look at that nice rivet detail on the roof there. Pretty good pull of about 4.2 to 4.5. We'll just go with 4.2 to be safe. So I've got the scale here. I've got it tared out at 0 grams. We've removed the tinder from the locomotive so we can fit it all on the scale. We have 473 grams, 16.7 ounces. That's 1 pound, 0.7 ounces, or 0.473 kilograms. So it's really good weight at over a pound in this small locomotive. That probably explains why the pulling power was so good, and it's really impressive that they could cram so much weight in this small locomotive. Well, that wraps up the review of the USRA Light Mikado 282 steam locomotive from Broadway Limited. An amazing locomotive, lots of cool details, nice scheme that really looks great on this locomotive. And that Broadway Limited Paragon 2 sound. I hear they're working on Paragon 3, which will be awesome. Rolling Thunder, something that kind of brings some bass into the layout. I'll be looking at that later on. But amazing things from Broadway Limited in the present and the future. So lots of cool stuff to see, including this locomotive. MSRP at just around $350 is a great price, and then you can find great prices at your online retailers and local hobby shops. I'll put some links below to some great prices. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.